How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. There are some cryptos I quit buying, and now I'm changing my mind a little bit. So, I want to talk to you about why I stopped buying some cryptos, specifically cryptos I stopped buying or even sold out of a little bit. Talk about how my mindset has changed over the last couple months because I'm buying different cryptos and there's a different goal for me. Then I also want to talk to you about the massive opportunity that's in front of us. If you guys don't mind hitting the like button, subscribe button, I appreciate that. Also, there is a link underneath the video to BlockFi. There, I still buy crypto on BlockFi. I think it's a great place to buy it. And they do have a crypto credit card that gives you 3.5% back on all your purchases in crypto. So check out the link underneath the video. There's one to the credit card and then one to the account there. Now, crypto's looking pretty good today. I mean, honestly, Bitcoin's right pushing against 45,000. We fell a little bit down to 44, bounced right back up to about 44,400, stayed there overnight. Now we're right back at 45,000. It's looking really bullish. A lot of other altcoins are up a couple percent. They're just waiting for Bitcoin to pop through 45,000, through 45,500, and then get back up to 47, 48,000. It's an exciting time. If you have been buying over the last couple months, great job because you probably made money. We're up a significant amount on a lot of cryptos and a lot of people are in the profit. Now, I have kind of changed my thinking on some cryptos recently. Now, I was really diversified in crypto, and I was the same way in the stock market, especially last year. I had maybe 15 to 20 different cryptos, and in the stock market, I had even more stocks. I've changed my thinking. There are some cryptos I've just flat out sold, and there's much more of a focus for me to buy more Bitcoin right now. And I think part of that changed because of the Ukraine war that started to happen. How I saw it was if we go down from where we were, $35,000, $36,000, $37,000, I want to buy Bitcoin specifically because we were at a weird time where we didn't know if there was going to be a bear market or a bull market. Everyone was talking bearish. And honestly, I kept on buying during that time. But in the back of my head, I thought, okay, what if we really do fall down to $27,000, $28,000 Bitcoin? I'd much rather have more Bitcoin because I know that a lot of the other altcoins will be significantly discounted. At the time, too, NASDAQ was down significantly. And we hadn't seen that last year where the NASDAQ was down 20% in bear market category or it technically crashed. So I was trying to stack sats and I realized that a lot of other altcoins were on a discount and I did pick up some altcoins. I was buying maybe 10% or so compared to 90% Bitcoin. But now we've kind of changed, right? A lot of excitement's back in the market and a lot of people are starting to buy altcoins again, right? A lot of people are going to FOMO into altcoins specifically over the coming months. We'll see a ton of cryptos that we've never heard about that are going to be in the top 50 probably if we continue on this pace. And part of that reason is because of the Luna Foundation. They continue to buy more and more Bitcoin to back their UST. And what we're seeing is $125 million a day for a significant amount of time. They're talking about buying $10 billion worth of Bitcoin, which 125 million a day is about 1 billion a week, which means 2.5 months we get up to that $10 billion mark. Now they're at about 1 billion right now. And we've seen the market go from 37 or so, 38,000 up to 44. And we're still in this market where a lot of people aren't sure, are we looking bullish or are we looking bearish? And they've committed to buying about $2 billion more. So we're going to break through, in my opinion, anytime we're going to break through this 45,500 mark, and then we're going to go back up and we're going to start hitting new highs. We're going to have excitement in the market. The stock market looks like it's turning around as well. So something that's changed a little bit is I am not focusing as much of my money on some of these other cryptos. And I'm starting to put in a little bit more into some of these cryptos. And I bought Solana. I bought a significant amount, under 100. It's a much larger position than it was for me a couple months ago. Ethereum is still a large position for me, even though I trimmed it recently. Some cryptos, though, I just flat out sold. I can't hold on to 15 to 20 different positions and concentrate in them. And that's what I want to do. I want to pick the winners. I realize that there's more risk, but I think Bitcoin has a very good risk to reward ratio. There are some altcoins I think also do, but the majority of my money is going to go into Bitcoin. That's just how it is. Bitcoin is still a 15 to 20x opportunity over the next 5 to 10 years. realistically. And then some people think it's even more than that. We're looking at maybe a $5-10 million Bitcoin 20 years down the line. And I think that can be possible. So I'm looking at Bitcoin saying, if I get a 10 to 20x and it is my top holding, it's actually my number one asset besides my house right now, which I completely own. I don't have a mortgage. So if that can be my number one asset, I'm happy with that. And if the whole market falls, well, Bitcoin will hold up better and I can dollar cost average out of Bitcoin and into some of these other altcoins. Now, you might be saying, okay, why don't you just hold more altcoins if we're looking so bullish? Well, I am still holding a good amount of my altcoins. I have been focusing more on Bitcoin just because I think the risk to reward is better for my situation, but I'm starting to dollar cost average a little bit more. So when I dollar cost average whatever amount, I'm putting a little bit more of that amount into some of these other altcoins just because the market risk to reward is different. I think there's less of a possibility of downside from here because the Ukraine fear has kind of gone away. We also have better sounding regulation from a lot of people in the government. We have some big exciting things. We have Luna now buying billions of dollars of Bitcoin. So the thing was, we didn't know about Luna buying billions of dollars a couple months ago when I was starting to think, okay, I should dollar cost average more into Bitcoin. But now that that's happening, that's going to help a lot of these other altcoins as well. So one that I have been dollar cost averaging a lot into is Terra. I really like Terra. I also really like Solana. So those are two that I'm really focusing on now, building bigger positions. After those get built up a little bit better, I might turn back to Ethereum, especially because of 2.0. If it goes smoothly, then we're looking much better. We're going to be much less inflationary for Ethereum. Then it's just going to be a question of scaling. And I have big positions in a few other cryptos as well. But right now, I am focusing on Bitcoin still. I am not a Bitcoin maximalist, but I think it makes so much sense to buy Bitcoin. And there's so many positive things happening that it is just such a much safer asset in my mind than a lot of these other smaller cryptos. And I've changed my mind a little bit on that. I've sold some of the cryptos, put some of it into other altcoins, and then put some into Bitcoin. And I just feel so confident about Bitcoin. And I hope this is okay and that you guys aren't pissed off. If you are, I can't do much for you there. I can't do much. But I am just trying to tell you my thought process behind this. And I don't know if I've ever been more confident in Bitcoin than I am right now. I wasn't this confident at 60,000, 65,000, 70,000 as I am right now. And I'm just really excited about the future. I mean, I'm excited to stack sats every week. And I hope you guys are the same. If you guys like this, if you guys are thinking kind of in a similar way, let me know in the comment section. If you're like, no, I'm putting all my money into Cardano, then tell me in the comment section. I did get a lot of hate recently because Cardano's come up 25% in the last week. And I did a video maybe a couple weeks ago about how I sold some of my Cardano. So I had trimmed my Cardano's position in half. And, it's not like I kept it in cash or anything like that. I told you guys in the video that I think I put it into Solana, then maybe Terra and Bitcoin or something like that. It might have been also I put some into, Phantom. I put some into Phantom, and Phantom's up like 40% from its lows too. So it's not like I lost out on a 30% pump. I probably missed out on 5 or 10%. But when it comes down to it, a lot of it comes down to how confident you are in the cryptocurrency moving forward. And if you're really confident, you'll probably be more likely to dollar cost average more into it, which will be great over the long term. And there are just some cryptos that I don't feel as confident about. And I'm okay if I am wrong in the short term, because I think in the long term, I will be right. And even if I'm not right, but I'm just mentally feeling good about putting more and more money into the cryptocurrency, feel more comfortable with it, then I think that's fine too. In the end, if we're worth 15 million or 12 million, I don't think it will matter too much. A lot of it will be how we get there and how we feel along the way. And a lot of it in crypto is just having the confidence to hold on to your crypto for the long term. I can confidently say I have not taken any profits from crypto or tried to sell out over the last couple months when we've fallen down and tried to actually take it out of the market. I've just repositioned small amounts into different cryptocurrencies I thought were better bets, which I think that is a good thing overall. And then we all have to figure out where we put our limited amount of money and figure out what's going to be the best for us. So let me know your thoughts. I appreciate it. Thank you for checking out the link underneath the video to BlockFi and the BlockFi credit card, and I will see you in the next video.